Hey everybody, my name is Dave. I'm the creator of Therostat. We're actually going to break down the late pick 4 at Horseshoe, Indianapolis on Thursday, June 1st. Happy June. This is our pick 4 preview. We will dive into each leg. If you want to get more in-depth analysis on the full card and why and all the underneath horses and all the ticket set up there for our top three, jump over to our full card selection analysis. You'll get that. I really want to differentiate into why we're selecting some of these horses. I'll call out our top selection for each of the legs in the pick 4, but also in this leg or in this sequence, compared to our top selections, there is a leg where I throw in some extra horses because I see some value. Either the favorite's going to win or it's just going to be an absolute crapshoot. And I'm going to call that out a bit more and spend some time there. So thank you for watching. We're going to jump right in though. For those, and I kind of call this out for everyone all the time, for those that typically don't play a pick 4 often, a pick 4 is just a sequence of 4 consecutive races on the card. Most tracks play them as an early pick 4, either races 1 or 2, and then the later sequence is the last 4 races. This sequence is a little bit different, only because Horseshoe Indianapolis has anywhere between 1 and 3 quarter horse races after the thoroughbred card. So rather than being the late races, you've got to keep an eye. So there's actually one race after race 8. It's a quarter horse race on Thursday. So the pick 4 for thoroughbreds is races 5, 6, 7, and 8. So be mindful of that when you're playing. Also, for those people that don't play often, the pick 4 at every track is a base wager. So increments of 50 cents. So it's a 50-cent pick 4, which means each of these races, if you had one horse, it would be a 50-cent ticket. The ticket cost is based off of the multiples and how many different, wagers can come from it. Each one of these races is considered a leg of the ticket, kind of like if you're playing sports and you play a 4-team parlay, each one of those is a leg of your parlay, right? So race 5 is going to be leg 1, race 6 is leg 2, race 7 is leg 3, race 8 is leg 4. The leg that we actually have a little bit more that we're going to dive into is going to be leg 3, race 7. It is a state bred race. We'll dive into that a bit. But with that said, you get the ticket costs by just multiplying and doing math. We have 3 horses by 3 horses by 5 horses by 3 horses. So you're going to do 3 times 3 times 5 times 3 times 0.5 or 50 cents, and that'll give you a $67.50 ticket. If no horses scratch, we'll have all these horses. If a horse scratches, say, in race 7, leg 3, the 1 scratches, you'll get the post-time favorite if you play this with the ticket as is. If the 8 is the eventual favorite, you'll get the 8 2 times. If another horse ends up being the favorite, say the 7, we'll get the 2, 3, 6, 7, and 8 if the 1 scratches. So if you play this late and you're hurried up, you're coming home from work, you realize it's a little bit later of a ticket and you want to play it, and you're 5 minutes before the race and you see their scratches, just exclude the horses that are scratched. So say that 1 is scratched in race 7, play the ticket 2, 3, 6, and 8. Just going to make your ticket a little bit more cost effective. I think you'll save like $12 or $13 if 1 horse is scratched out of there. So that's how we're going to play it. We're going to jump into leg 1. I spent a lot of time on that. But leg 1, which is race 5 here at Horseshoe on Thursday, is a 6 furlong claiming event, 62.50. Pretty formful. The 5, 3, and 8 will go out front. I don't want to spend too much time on pace scenarios. The 6 and 9 are going to be late runners here. The 9 is our top selection, who has the highest speed figures in this field. We'll make a middle move, I believe. Complex Justice, morning line 6-1. A little bit of a long shot as our top selection here. It is an Indiana bred race, so a lot of silly, funny, quirky shit happens. Not because there's anything funny happening at the track. It's normally they're 12 horse fields, full fields, 10 to 12 horse fields, whether it's turf or dirt. And a lot of horses run, and the pace figures are a little bit different to figure out. The pedigrees are a little different. Most people haven't played these trainers before. So there's a lot of value in a 12 horse field. That's the only reason why I think some different stuff happens compared to any other track that has state bred run races because it's a full field here at Indy Grand or Horseshoe Indianapolis. So the 9 is our top selection, morning line 6-1. Then underneath we're going to use that early speed of the 5, who is Oro Azteca, and we're going to use the who is the other horse? Nope, we're not going to use the 5 actually. Mm, are we? No, we're not. We are going to use the 8 instead of the 5. We're going to try to beat the 5. And the 8, Sacred Sky, long shot, and the 6, Cielo Azul, we'll also use. So our top 3 here are going to be 6, 8, and 9. The 8 being a long shot play for us. Try to beat the 5 with how the field is set up here in the first leg of this pick 4 sequence. We're going to go with 3 horses on the turf here. It's a 12-horse race. Though 2 is pretty formful. The 2 and 9 will be running late. Mamba Forever is going to be the morning line, or is the morning line favorite. The 2 is the second selection here in race 6, leg 2. The 12 is the early speed. Is going to be a little bit of a long shot that we're going to include underneath. The 2, Dormier, was our top selection from our main full card selections at Horseshoe in this race. But the formful late runners, the 2 and the 9, will get us moving into the next leg of the pick 4, and the 12 as a price could hang on the front end and walk the dog. Morning line 8-1 for some value. Lola's Bow. So we're going to go with the 2, 9, and 12 here in the pick 4 in race 6. In race 7, though, this is where I want to spend most of the time. Our top 3 selections were the 8, 6, and 1. We're adding 2 more horses in this leg, only because of also maiden special weight 6 furlongs for Indiana bred maidens for fillies. The 8 is our top selection. It's the morning line favorite. Has all the speed, heaven and earth. The 1, Light Up My Life, is a first time starter. The 6, first time starter, CV Wicked Notional, has a positive ROI trainer, has a bug apprentice jockey aboard, and the 2 we're going to use in our pick 4 that we weren't giving out in our top 3 selections are going to be the 2, who is Nixa, first time starter, decent workout, 6 of 16, has Patricio Ola as a jock aboard. Anthony Granitz, first time starters, 21% as a trainer. First time Lasix, 25%. Horse may be on the muscle a bit, a little revved up. But with those stats and 18% winners in maiden special weight races, positive ROI there also for the trainer Anthony Granitz. And then the 3 is another horse we're going to use, also out of Palace, third off of a layoff, ran third last out, Zinzi, and the horse is the early speed. So if this 3 can get out at a morning line of 15-1 in this state bred race, unpressed, I think it'll be running early with the 8. It's either going to run down or run the 8 into the ground, and someone's going to go blowing on by, or the 8 just can't keep up in this state bred field, and the 8 will just get either run passed by this longer shot, the 3. So we're going to go with 1, 2, 3, 6, and 8 in this state bred maiden special weight, because just silly stuff happens with some of these pedigrees and some of the angles here. So I don't want to get beat by a long shot if we have the favorite and throw out a horse. If we can add a couple horses for 10, 12, 15 bucks, might as well add them. And then the other race I feel is kind of formful is going to be the finale, race 8 on the turf, 5 furlong sprint, allowance company. Our top selection's a 9, Peach Cobbler. Ran on the front end at Keeneland, 2 starts back, third off of a layoff. This horse, I just couldn't keep up with the class of the field. $110,000 allowance race, was on the front end half of the race and just got passed by classier horses. Ran last out here at Indy Grand or Horseshoe Indianapolis in a mile race and wanted nothing to do with it. Didn't want anything to do with the distance. Had already been behind by horses that, you know, pressed the pace a little bit earlier on in a longer race and just didn't like being behind and didn't run. Kind of got packed in on the far turn, which is fine. Running back, though, this horse is going to have a ton of early speed. Get out in the front and just play catch me if you can. It did it with classier horses and got caught by classier horses. In this allowance race, I don't know if this horse gets caught. That's our top selection. Morning line of 4-1. If anyone does run them down, is going to be the 2 longer shots on the board here that I'll spend a little bit more time on. The 2 is Speedy Delivery. Make sure I have these horses right. Speedy Delivery. Third off of a layoff, going dirt to turf. 1 on the dirt here at Horseshoe Indy on the 10th. And then the 5, Morning Boss. Cantharos, filly, out of a Courageous Cat mare. Ran also at Keeneland. Ran in that same race as Peach Cobbler. Just ran and couldn't keep up with the field. Didn't want at the front end. Just kind of ran in the middle of the pack in April for Ray Hernandez. Ray Hernandez 29% with Marcelino Pedroza. Marcelino's pretty hot recently. 20% winners and also 20% winners on this surface at Horseshoe and 20% winners the last 10 days. And Cantharos, Turf Sire, 14% winner. So I'm going to take this horse to round out our top 4. Had a bullet workout on the 18th as well at the training center. So those 2 longer shots, I think we'll round out our top 3. We're going to 2, 5, and 9. 9 is our top selection at Horseshoe Indy in this late pick 4. $67.50 ticket. A little bit more than I would like, only because we have some value here, I think, in this State Bred Maiden Special race in leg 3. Got to get there, though. We have 3 horses. We'll recap. 3 horses in leg 1, 6, 8, and 9. 3 horses in the turf race, leg 2, race 6, 2, 9, and 12. 5 horses instead of our pick. We have our 3 that we give out from our selections, 8 being the top selection here. But in this State Bred Maiden Special, we're going to use 5 in leg 3, 1, 2, 3, 6, and 8. And then running back 2 horses coming back from the same Keeneland race. 9 going to be our top selection in race 8, the final leg 4, 2, 5, and 9. At Horseshoe Indianapolis, 3 by 3 by 5 by 3 gives you a $67.50 ticket. Thanks for following along. Hopefully you play this ticket with us. Good luck on Thursday at Horseshoe in the late pick 4. Follow us at Twitter at ThoroughStat. My name's Dave again. Follow us and subscribe to our channel on YouTube at ThoroughStat. Subscribe, like this video so you can get notifications of other Pick 4 previews like this video. We'll have multiples for Thursday and also multiple full card selections as well. Good luck on Thursday, and hopefully you play along so we can cash this ticket.